Hey guys, Dr. Booth here. Welcome back to some more Final Fantasy Tactics. We're at Elmdore Castle and we're going to save our sister. We got Cloud last episode and we are having some fun.
Very well.
To arms then.
All right. Time for action. Forward. Not a soul to be found. Could the castle truly be abandoned? The door stands open. This sinister air. I have felt it before. Yes. The battle with the Cardinal. With Wiegraf.
Welcome to Limbury Castle. We'd begun to think you'd never arrive.
What a waste that would have been. We've such a warm reception planned. A kiss to see you to your grave.
Do not think me easy prey. Your true nature I will lay bare. Robin.
Pay attention now.
I don't think we can do this with this, yeah. Let's change the formation.
As you wish.
As you command.
Thought you'd never ask. Sure thing.
To arms then.
To battle.
Pay attention now.
Okay, stop and charm needs to be not done. Bro.
As you command.
Very well.
At your command.
Then where to fight?
Count me in.
All right, let's try this.
Pay attention now.
I must concentrate.
are strong, indeed. But will it be enough? If you are determined to know our true nature, then join us inside. Assuming your courage holds, that is.
I do find myself growing fond of you. Rather than foes, mayhap we might be friends. But come, let us continue this within. Do not keep me waiting now.
Do they think this some sort of game? Damn them.
I think we got lucky with that. That could have been an easy squad wipe if we weren't like careful of that.
Scarce had Delacroix and Wigraf awakened than they were felled. 'Tis a passing shame.
Do not worry over it. So long as our sight exists and desire rules men's hearts, more shall awaken.
But not necessarily in the manner we require. As happened with Scorpio.
That may be so with the young heretic and his companions. Despite possessing our sight, they are resistant to the allure. Our stones, however, shall serve as intended. Even as we speak, one now rests in the hands of its new host. Ere long, he will become one of us. His lust for power guarantees it.
Then all that remains is the revival of the Angel of Blood. Once the creator of the Orosite has descended, our ranks will burgeon in this world awash with desire. Do we have a suitable host?
The girl is the chosen. Of this I am certain. The Virgo stone once held by the Savior made its intentions known to me. Now we need only find the way to the Necrohole, where his soul rests, bound to the Angel.
He is here.
We've drawn him into our web. What would you now have us do with him?
Ah, Ramza. How long you kept us waiting. We have a score to settle from Rio Varnes.
Have care, Elmdore, he is a worthy foe. Underestimate him and you will fall like the others.
Fear not. This will be all business. I will strike him down and reclaim the stones. You've matters of far greater import. You must find the gate to the Necrohole.
Be at ease. I will not disappoint you.
Well, 'twould not do to keep our guest waiting. Let us be about it.
Okay.
As you command.
Very well.
Count me in.
At your command.
Forward.
All right, here's the
How
bout.
good of you to come here, Ramza. In recognition of your courage, I would make you a proposal. If you would but relinquish the Orosite you carry, I shall allow you to walk away. There need not be further bloodshed. What say you?
You think I would even entertain such a proposal? You mock me. Once I've dealt with you, I will see to Fulmarv. Your wicked schemes are at an end.
My, such confidence. You have grown bold indeed. But have you the bite to match your bark? Come then. Prove your words are not mere bravado. My stone is yours, if you've the strength to claim it.
A dead man stands before me. I thought you slain, Marquis.
As I did you, Count Orlando. You were supposedly executed soon after you murdered Duke Goltana.
'Tis a tale of the High Confessor's spinning, as my lord ought already to be aware.
I see Ramza has told you all. In that case, let us cast aside the pomp and pretense. I must say, Cid, I have longed to cross swords with you. Not in genteel contest, but in true and savage battle.
A fitting diversion for we who have taken our final bow. I will show you the swordsmanship that has earned me my epithet.
That's KO.
My turn. Got me to contend with.
shall we?
Okay, I need KO and Charmed.
As you wish.
As you command.
Time for action.
Thought you'd never ask.
All right, now let's try this.
To battle! How good of you to come here, Ramza.
A dead man stands before.
I must concentrate.
That a staunch comrade should turn foeman. Fate is cruel indeed.
Among those who served the Black Lion, none did so with more honor or loyalty than you, Sid. You were wasted on our fool of a liege lord. You alone spared a thought for the people.
The same might be said of you, Messam. I've known you for a good and compassionate man.
Alas, my conviction has changed, together with my mission, and both now conflict with yours. All that I was, I have forsaken.
Damn it, he's okay. I need to deal with one or the other.
Right then.
Why didn't that actually go through?
Ready and willing.
Ever ready.
My strength is yours.
Count me in. Forward.
How good of you to come here, Ramza.
A dead man stands before me.
Shall we? No.
Hmm.
That a staunch comrade should turn foeman. Is one's conviction so easily about?
Did he not auto res?
You are strong. More than I can overcome. As much as it galls me, there is no denying that. I await you in the Undercroft. There is no more fitting a place for us to settle this.
I care not where. You'll not elude me again.
That was pure luck. That was 100% pure luck. Let's be honest.
To arms, then.
As you wish.
Sure thing.
Into the fray, then.
Feels good. At the ready. Marquis Elmdore, I know not what has befallen you, but it matters no longer, for you are no longer a man. Using the power of the Orosite, you are become a Lucavi. I need no other reason to strike you down. Whatever the cost, I will rid the world of your evil.
That too is a desire. No different from that of all men. When your life's flame gutters, do you think you can resist being consumed by it? Every deed left undone, every failure, every regret will give rise to desires that call the darkness. And when it answers, what would your most fervent desire invoke, I wonder? Mayhap you will experience a miracle akin to that which saw your friend rise again. But in all likelihood, you will become one of us. For there is no man in whom darkness does not reside. Do you see them? The souls of the tormented. In life, they too bore darkness in their hearts. And now they serve it. What say you, Ramza? Will you not join them?
The Marquis has to die quickly in this because I think he can completely obliterate us in a small arena.
The dark within, embrace it now, and thus, ere dying, join my legion of undeath.
The Marquis is made a demon. What devilry is this?
I told you, lady!
Now then.
The Aurosite transformed Marquis Elmdore into this abomination.
It did. The stones harbor great magics, and they have the ability to manifest one's deepest desire. Well and good if a desire is noble, but those faced with death amidst battle are wont to wish for one thing above all else. Power. So it was with Wiegraf. He was ignorant of the Aurosite's secret until it answered him at death's door, and its darkness consumed him, turning him into a Lucavi. I can only assume the same fate befell Marquis Elmdore and Cardinal Delacroix as well. Your brother Isolud learned of this foul truth and died fighting it.
That he should have stood against such evil. He was brave indeed. I see now that you speak the truth, Ramza. But there is one thing I would yet know, though I fear to ask. If Wiegraf only learned the truth of the stones on the brink of death, what of my father? What knowledge has he of this?
I tried to tell you earlier, but...
Such irony that ones born into power should stridently disparage its pursuit. For seeking power, our kind you do condemn. Yet power is that which paves the path to peace. For want of it, our kingdom knew defeat. The vanquisher from vanquished it divides, and from it, order does in turn arise.
You who wield demonic power would speak of order. Peace that is begotten by such is no peace at all. My brother believed in the cause and served faithfully. But you fiends slaughtered him as if he were less than livestock. The way his body was torn apart. Whatever monstrosity did the deed clearly reveled in the carnage it wrought. Ramza is right. In your pursuit of power, you have been consumed by darkness and twisted into abominations.
Ah, Meliadul, the seed of Falmar's loins. Alike with sire, passing glib you are. A secret unto you I shall reveal, from where this stone did come into my hand. Upon me 'twas bestowed by your lord father, and now the name of he who slew your brother. Again, it was Lord Falmar did the deed.
You shall have no mercy. Ramza, forgive me for treating you as a heretic. From the first you tried to tell me the truth, but I refused to listen. I'm truly sorry.
Any would struggle to believe such a far-fetched tale. I might have done the same in your place. So let us leave it in the past, and fight as comrades now. Together, we will avenge Isolde. My turn.
So this is a Lucavi of legend. I had not wanted to believe such dread creatures were real.
Cardinal Delacroix and Wiegraf were among them, and 'twould seem Lord Folmarv as well.
So this is what becomes of they who succumb to the Zodiac Stone's offer of power. A pitiable fate.
Indeed, they are the true enemy, and we must stop them at all costs.
I see now. It was in order to fight this evil that I survived to join Barbaneth's son. My move. To behold your grotesque form, none would believe you were ever hailed as the Silver Prince. Far has that hero fallen.
No longer am I Elmdore, mortal man. As the Death Seraph, power great I wield. Beyond your comprehension lies this power. Alas, for in you lies potential vast. The strength to transcend me, and more besides.
In so befouling your soul for power, what is it that you hope to achieve?
To cleanse this world corrupt and all remake. The weak, those such as you, must needs be purged.
Now then.
Death, can you?
Why isn't this...
I shall spare no effort.
To thus force change upon the world is madness. The innocent will die, and you'll beget naught but destruction and chaos.
I mean, that's the point, right? That's what they're trying to do.
A pretext spun in fear of truth, no more. As feeble mortal, perish here you shall.
I fight in the name of justice for the good of the people. I will neither yield nor fall to your vile kind.
Then come, and bring your justice now to bear, your futile cause to be revealed as such.
With purpose.
I can still wait.
Now,
to scoffed at.
Don't run away from me.
Steady now.
Such, it's
I can still fight.
Unless this kills him.
Stand up.
So sleep, doom, the other one. Yeah, we're dead here. I can't actually do anything.
Very well.
To arms, then.
Sure thing.
Into the fray, then.
No turning
Damn
back.
it.
The Aurosite
I shall spare no effort.
Death and you.
You gotta be shitting me.
Ramza.
So this... To behold your grotesque form, no...
This bodes ill.
You shall have no mercy.
To thus force change upon the world is...
I cannot fail.
You shall have no mercy.
This bodes ill.
Okay, we beat him here. Nice.
That I, who death had conquered, now should fall. Defeated by a stripling scarcely grown. Full many stricken souls for power still yearn. Their mournful cries for succor going unheard. Forgive me, Volmarv. Hope with you now rests.
Give me that stone.
My mind reels to think such terrible power lay concealed within this tiny crystal. I was led to believe that the Church sought the stone solely to bring to life the legend of the Zodiac Braves. Yet the Marquis and others used their power to become Lucavi, and they thought it justified. These are not the miracles of legend, but the gravest evil.
The truth was kept well guarded, from you and Isolde alike. Even Wiegraf knew naught until he lay near death. Like as not, Lord Volmarv bestows the stones without revealing their secret. It is only when the bearer has struck a pact and risen as a Lucavi that he brings them into the fold. Which leads me to wonder, how many have thus joined him?
What is it that they seek? That my father seeks?
I cannot see their ends. If we are to judge from the massacre at Riovanes, they possess power enough already to drive an army to its knees. Yet still they do not use it, or even flaunt it openly. There must be a reason, and that reason is our answer.
Surely they stay their hands for something. The tales depict the Lucavi as irrepressibly savage beings, who cannot be felled by men.
Indeed. They do not appear to be the undying demons of which the legends speak.
Legends are but stories, I suppose, embellished with each retelling. After centuries, who is to know how much has been changed?
Lord Volmarv refrains from using his power to wreak wanton destruction, instead preferring to operate in the shadows towards some unknown goal. And as he succumbed, Marquis Elmdore spoke of salvation for souls who yearn for power. But what salvation could the Lucavi possibly have to offer?
The selfsame power bestowed by the Auracite, to wield which is to become Lucavi. My father entrusted me with this, the Sagittarius stone. It seems he saw me as a candidate for his demonic horde. To learn how wrong I've been about everything, I feel an utter fool. Ramza, I entrust the Auracite to you. I no longer have need of it. But in return, I ask a favor. Take me with you. It is my duty to stop my father.
Your aid would be most welcome, Meliador. Let us journey together.
Wherever my father may be at present, he will eventually return to our headquarters in Molond. That is where we must go. But ere we set forth, there is something important I must mention. At my father's orders, the Capricorn Stone has been delivered to someone who I can only assume is another candidate. Your brother, Count Dicedog.
Oh god, that's bad.
What? My brother?
We must quickly go.
I must find the truth.
She's Divine Knight. I think she is super powerful as well.
He disappeared. Search the Eastern Hall. He was injured when he sprung his cell. He couldn't have run far.
Oren, what's happened? You're bleeding.
Your Majesty, there is something I must tell you.
You mustn't speak.
I beg you, hear my words. 'Twas not Count Orlando who murdered Duke Goltana. The man found dead beside the Duke was an impostor, planted to frame my father. My father had been imprisoned here on charges of treason. But he fled with Ramza Beowulf ere the killing took place. He fights now to frustrate the High Confessor's plot.
I did not think the Count a man who would plot up rebellion.
The door won't open. Queen Amelia, are you safe? Please open the door, Your Majesty.
But if not your father, then who? Why go to such lengths to frame him?
It was...
Your Majesty, has he harmed you?
We found him! He's in here!
Leave us.
My lord?
Stand up, turn, and walk back through the door.
But, Lord Commander,
It was not a request.
as you command, my lord.
I beg you, hurt him no further.
This is a foolish thing you've done, Oren.
Traitor! You have no right to speak to me!
You act as though you did not wish for what I did. Look around you. Do you see any earnest tears? You were not alone in praying for the demise of that blustering oaf. Far more rejoiced than not, in fact. I even made your father out for dead. You should thank me. No one pursues a man known slain.
I am in no mood for japes.
Why would you do such a thing, Delita?
I told you, didn't I? I work to see you made a queen for true.
Naught you do is for true. You wish only to use me like the rest.
You do not trust me. You trust me or you don't, Avelia. Which is it?
I want to trust you. I do. But it is not such an easy thing.
Return to your chambers. I would have words with Oren.
Please do not hurt him.
I won't. You have my word.
What I meant to do is done. I only sought to clear my father's name. Go on. Just make it quick.
Stop your whimpering. I do not mean to kill you. That would be a waste.
What use could you possibly see in me?
Your loyal service.
Again, you jape. I would die before I bent my knee in your service.
No. No, you would not. As was the will of the Black Lion, I am going to bring down the northern sky. And when that sky falls, the land of Ivalice will again be made level. Then I build a new kingdom for Avelia. The High Confessor will face judgment as well, of course. I am not the Church's hound.
Are you mad?
Far from it. You know what I do is right. It is undeniable. Undeniable. A common-born squire takes the reins of a knightly order and leads a wayward kingdom from the midst of chaos. The masses yearn for a hero. I give them what they wish.
Using aught and all to forge your legend. Even me.
Is that so wrong? What? Do you mean to kill me? I know full well the High Confessor himself sent you, Valmafra. Your orders are to kill me at the first sign of betrayal, no? Do it then. Stab me with that dagger. What's the matter? You need only plunge the blade into my heart. If you will not, then do not blame me for this.
It's just over here.
Beg pardons, my lord, I cannot keep your pace.
Lord Father. I need you to take a look at something over here. Catch.
Oh?
Can you tell me the name of that mushroom?
Of course. It's moss fungus, my lord. Poisonous stuff. Not the deadliest, but not something you'd want in your stew either. It gets you in the end.
So I hear.
Do you think we should be getting back now, my lord?
What has you so terrified?
Don't you know, my lord? Moss fungus grows only on corpses. And, well, they say it's a bad omen to find it growing on a family grave. The house falls as the cap rises, or so they say.
On your way then.
Oh! Huh. Kind thanks, my lord.
Your fee is promised. The rest should help you forget what you've seen.
Forget what?
Lord brother.
Well,
Good day to you. It's just rumour, mind you. Will that be all? Of course. Anything else? You're interested then? Who's going? How long will you permit for this? Anyone? I'll say to the... Who do you have in mind? How long will you permit for this? Anyone? Understood. Who's going? How many days will you allow? Anyone? Understood. Who do you have in mind? How many days will you allow? Anyone? Very well. Who's going? How many days will you allow? Anyone? Understood. Anything else I can help you with? Thanks.
Welcome. It would appear. Let me know if you need help when you're next.
alright, we need to drop one.
What is it?
I think she has
Preparations, is it?
You require something?
Okay.
Greetings. Anyone meet your needs? So, a perfect fit, I'm sure. You have another task for your badge.
A warm, of course. Need anything else? You're interested. This is our thing. Anything else I can help? Come back soon.
Looking for all by all means.
Okay.
May I help with all? Who needs outfitting? Will that be all? Come back. Welcome, or catch your eye. Are you happy? Thank you. Are you happy? Thank you. May I be a fireway?
Alright, so let's slowly get through all of these errands again. Racial greens.
Right then. Tell us.
We were successful beyond our wildest
A
dreams.
large bouquet was held at Glacial Greens, an eatery renowned for its fine chocobo cuisine. What precisely the party was for, we could not say, for we were much too busy working to converse with the guests. We arrived early in the morning on the day of the event and began preparing the food. Once the dinner was in full swing, we washed a mountain of dirty dishes after each course. When the merriment finished in the early hours, it was time to clean up the premises, which took until noon that day. Work was tough going, but we left with a sense of accomplishment.
Not to blow our own horn.
Mayhap more pleasing still is this beautiful treasure we acquired.
Black cat. This figurine of a black cat has eyes of lapis lazuli. Wow. Lapis lazuli. Wow. And claws inlaid with diamonds. A piece of considerable antiquity. It's highly sought after.
A fine treasure. I'd consider that. Anything else? Thank. Good day to you. Rumors, eh? Will that be all? You're interested then? Who you sending? How many days for this? Anyone? Very well. Who'd you have in mind? How many days will you allow for this work? Anyone? I'll see to... Need any thanks. A warm welcome. Want to earn some gil?
All right.
An errand's been... Right then. Tell us how it went.
The task was a resounding success. So much so that I can barely contain my excitement.
As we combed Lake Poscas, maybe, we discovered the submerged ruins we set out to find. As we turned back to shore, a black ship appeared in the waters before us. Consulting with a scholar knowledgeable in such matters, we learned that the lake had been part of the sea in ancient times. We believe we had witnessed a rare appearance of Posse, an ancient sea dragon that became cut off from the ocean when geological shifts created the lake. A strange experience.
The outcome wasn't.
We have yet more to report. Namely, an unusual location we have.
Chaos Shrine. When the world was young, the primal deity sealed Jade the Netherlord deep beneath the earth. Its decrepit chambers tainted by a foul and unholy air. The Chaos Shrine stood to mark the site of his prison.
Another eight. Congratulations. Your standing as an adventurer has improved. I'd consider that. You've some...
Alright, cellar dungeon.
As tall an order as it was, we rose to the challenge.
Judging by his design and style, Master Joshua, who has studied the ancient architecture for a half a century, was of the opinion that the dungeon found beneath the Julian's estate was a relic of an ancient civilization. The complex structure and plentiful booby traps, he surmised that this particular labyrinth had been constructed to protect valuable artifacts. With the expert guidance of Master Joshua, we were able to navigate the tunnels and discover an ancient wonder hidden beneath their depths.
I dare say you share our joy.
Ah, yes. We also found an unusual location that is sure to garner excitement.
Pandemonium, the capital of the ancient Palamecian Empire, with peaks exceeding 9,000 domes, the towering mountain range encircling the city guarded it from even the most ambitious airship captains. A warping device was the only means of bypassing its natural barrier.
Another ancient... I'd consider that.
A monster mansion.
Right, it was a monumental success. No one could have predicted a better outcome.
Our investigation of an abandoned dwelling in the town at the foot of Limbury Castle revealed artificial tools of varying design and a golem from 4 domes from head to toe. The golem attacked, and we destroyed it only with great difficulty. Not long afterward, the golem's creator, a scholar self-proclaimed of 250 by the name of Master Gell, returned and we swiftly apprehended him. He claimed to be experimenting in alchemical reanimation.
I should wager.
I'd consider that.
The Wandering Gambler.
Right then.
Our deeds will be spoken of for many moons.
The Blackjack, a Flemish casino ship loved by many a noble, had docked in the port of Limbury Coast, and we sneaked aboard hoping to carry out our luck with a few bets. Just as we were told by the tavern master, one of the games at the port side paid out several jackpots and we collected a tidy profit. When asked, the airship's owners, a man by the name of Setzer, told us he had adjusted the odds to allow for more jackpots, but had reduced the payout to compensate, a small price in his eyes to ensure customer satisfaction. Compensation you can't call it entertainment if it's not fun.
We had barely a moment's rest, but I dare any man to...
I'd consider that. Will that be all? Thank you.
Wow, there's a lot actually.
Good day to you. It's just need anything else? Want to earn some gil? Who do you have in mind? How long will you permit for anyone? Very well. Who's going? How many days will you allow for anyone? Very well. Will that be all? Thank you. Good day to you. You're interested then? Who are you sending? Who do you have in mind? How many days will you? Anyone? I'll see to. Who's going? How long will you permit? Anyone? Understand? Oh? Anything else? Thanks. A warm welcome. That's the spirit.
Alright, Death's Gorge.
Right then. Tell it.
It was a complete success in every sense. It was like a dream come true.
To combat the rise in banditry and murder during the 50 Years' War, an elite guard was established, formed of soldiers who had proven their worth on the battlefield. Unchronicled in history's pages, this elusive group of black-clad warriors known as the Sable Swords. It is said they perished after falling prey to a bandit's trap in Death's Gorge, and signs of ghostly figures in black armor continue to this day. The spirits of the Sable Swords, perhaps, or demonic beings of ancient origin. As we set about to uncover the truth, we noticed an unusual variety of blackstone all around the area. It had a mystical air to it, and we brought it back as much as this rare mineral.
It would seem we were the
I'd consider that. You've some new. Right then.
The task proved a great success, with
We'll-
all loose ends tied.
We learned the Bevester Typhoon Arzitz, the wanted with bounty for precisely 756 counts of purse snatching, was hiding in Sal Gados, and quickly set out to capture him. We were aided by a mysterious ginger-clad in black, who promptly vanished and we defeated the Typhoon. Witness told us that the legend was none other than the informant who had sold us the information.
We put our all in.
I'd consider that. Need anything? Good day to you. It's just root. Will that be all? Of course. Need anything? That's the spirit. Who do you have in mind? How long will you permit for this? Anyone? Very well. Will that be all? Thanks.
Welcome. I await you. Greetings. By all means. May I have come back?
A warm welcome to you. Want to earn some gil? Who's going? How many days will you allow for this work? Anyone you send, I'll see to the particular. Need anything? Thank you, and for. A warm welcome. That's the spirit.
Grudge work.
Over and... Right then.
I am pleased to inform you that the task ended in great success.
We responded to the call for divers from Zeltenia's Salvagers Guild. The guild's operations have been on hiatus since the corruption scandal several years ago, and it only resumed as of late. Still, one would never know if a sizable wage we received even for our short employment. As we worked, we could not help but wonder what would become of the skill surrounded by, as it was by dark rumors.
We did what was.
I'd consider that. You've some. Right then.
I never thought I'd see the day that we achieved such a complete triumph.
Critical appraisal. Viscount Blackisle entrusted us with centuries-old filing heirlooms so that we might determine if it was genuine. Consulting various experts, we obtained proof of its authenticity. However, the Viscount's remark that the treasure was more important to him than life itself led to the dissolution of his marriage while we were away. Upon our return, he greeted us with a most gloomy look, muttering that he had now understood what was truly important in life and gave the treasure to us.
It goes to prove.
Moreover, we acquired an artifact that is doubtless exceedingly rare.
Chocobo Cannon. This weapon shoots fattened chocobos, which are gorged on gunpowder before being stuffed in its barrel. Highly imprecise and never proceeded beyond the experimental stage.
Fine treasure. I'd consider that.
That's funny.
warm welcome. Want to earn some gil? An errand's over and done with. There's a report. Right then.
The task was a resounding success. So much so that I can barely contain my excitement.
We struck out for the northern reaches of the Germanus woods and found that we had found what we had hoped. Raffle Shiva, the legendary carnivorous plant whose blossoms can reach up to 5 domes in diameter. As we collected a sample, the Raffle Shiva detected our presence in its territory and began to reach for us with its giant tendrils, which we were barely able to avoid. Upon return to Mr. Wendell, he proclaimed the importance of this historic discovery when he believed would enrapture the scientific community.
I trust your...
I'd consider that. You've some... Right then.
'Twas a success greater than we could have imagined.
Food for thought. We had been asked by old Blanche to deliver her son, Denier, his favorite dish. Upon learning that he had been slain by monsters quite recently, we agonized over how to break the news. On the advice of Denier's wife, we told his mother that we had delivered the meal and Denier was well, and she gave us a reward for our troubles. Old Blanche was delighted with the knowledge that the meal had reached her son on his special day. Though we could not give it to him in person, we instead visited his grave, where we presented the dish as an offering and gave a prayer with his wife beside us.
We had barely a moment's rest, but...
I'd consider that. Anything to thank? A warm welcome. Want to earn some gil? Who's going?
Disaster.
How long will you permit for this? Anyone? Very well. Will that be all? You're interested? Who are you sending? How many days for this errand? Anyone you... I'll see to... Need anything? Thanks. Welcome. It's just rumor. Anything else? That's the spirit. Who's going? How long will you permit for this? Anyone? Understand? Who are you sending? How many days? Anyone? I'll see. Will that be all? Thank you and farewell.
Looking for aught after aught in particular? May I come back? Welcome, or catch your eye. May I come back?
Good day to you. That's the spirit. You've some new...
Behemoth.
The task proved a great success, with all loose ends tied.
The behemoth had taken up residence in the mountains near Bravina, and we had begun to hunt increasingly close to human settlements. Not only had the monster attacked livestock, it also killed Cassandra, the owner of a nearby farm, and some 30 others. We were successful in our efforts to slay the beast and bring an end to its rampage. After the battle, we prayed with Iman for the souls of the victims before returning home.
I'd consider that. Will that be? Thank you. Good day to you. Want to earn some... You've some news. Right then.
The task was a resounding success.
Lady Vitz,
so much so that I can barely contain my excitement.
Lady Vitz, the proprietress of an inn near Zaltania Castle, lost her son Galua, who was 6 at the time, to an accident. However, when we spoke to her husband about the matter, he revealed that his wife was convinced the boy still lived. Lady Vitz, believing her son to be missing, was distraught, but began to regain her composure as she recounted fond memories of little Galua. We jotted down a detailed description of the boy for what it was worth, departed with a swift farewell.
Indeed.
I'd consider that. Will that be? Thanks. Good day to you. You're interested then? Who are you sending? How many days will you allow for this? Anyone? Very well. Anything else? Comebacks? Good day to you. That's the spirit. Who's going? How many days for this errand? Any? Very well. Need anything else? Thank you. Welcome. Want to earn some an errands?
Alright, Ducal Disaster.
As tall an order as it was, we rose to the challenge.
The son of an unnamed duke had been kidnapped, and we worked under the direction of the Lucilian City Guard as we assisted with the search. The City Guard had conducted a thorough investigation already and had located the hideout of the suspected culprits. We stormed their den and rescued the Duke's son, Apple. The kidnappers, three in number, expressed strong anti-aristocratic sentiments, and they wished to see the nation's class system abolished.
Now we are brimming.
I'd consider that.
My sinus is just wreaking havoc on my voice right now.
It was a monumental success. No one could have predicted a better outcome.
We headed to an old house on the outskirts of Lasalia to investigate the cause of some unsettling cries. We began to hear the sounds late that night, which seemed to be emanating from a room on the second floor. Upon entering the room, we found a single dog crying in the pitch blackness. Okay. The locals told us that the house's former residents had died in a blaze some 10 years past. We all gathered at the house and said prayers for those who departed souls. Therefore, the house was quiet again.
The work was plain.
I'd consider that a job. Will that be? Thank you. A warm welcome. You're interested then? Who's going? How many days for this errand? Anyone? Understand? Anything else I can? Thanks. Welcome. Make it. That's the spirit. An errand's over and done with. Right then.
'Twas a success greater than we could have imagined.
We answered the Yardrow Salvage Guild's call for divers, lured by the guild's claim of good coin for little effort. We quickly found it to be just the opposite. We were worked from early morning till late at night for a pittance, but at the very least we learned that when something sounds too good to be true, it often is.
I'd consider that. You've some new... Right then. Tell us how it went.
We were successful beyond our wildest dreams.
We took part in a mining expedition sponsored by Thompson Traders, a Yardrow outfitter. People from all walks of life joined the crew seeking an authentic mining experience. We had the good fortune to strike a rich vein of edemonite, as well as other valuable minerals. That said, mining is no easy task, but every participant seemed to have a fulfilling if exhausting time.
The outcome was uncertain for a time, but we banded.
I'd consider that. Need any? Thank you. A warm welcome. You're interested then? Who are you sending? How many days for this errand? Anyone? I'll see to... Need anything else? Thanks. A warm welcome. That's the spirit. Who'd you have in mind? How long will you permit for this? I'll see to... Who's going? How many days? Anyone? Very well. Anything else? Thanks.
Common doesn't have any. Negroes does though.
Good day to you. That's the spirit.
Finishing up some of the last ones.
Right then.
It was a complete success in every sense. 'Twas like a dream come true.
A ship secretly carrying a Lionel emissary was attacked by pirates and sunk in waters not far off the coast. Her cargo was clearly of extraordinary importance, as many other salvagers were already working to raise the ship when we arrived. Luckily, we were the ones to bring her up and quickly performed a search. In one of the passenger cabins, we found a treasure which we claimed for ourselves.
Twould seem we were the perfect...
I've more pleasing news if you've a moment. We brought back with us a stunning treasure.
St. Elmo's fire. These azure flames are said to cause spontaneous combustion in humans. As the phenomenon affects only those suffering for malady, St. Elmo's fire is feared as a source of both.
Fine treasure, you. I'd consider that. Need any? Come back. Good day to you. That's the spirit. Who are you sending? How long will you permit for this? Anyone? I'll see. An errand's been... Right then. Tell us how...
The task proved a great success, with all loose ends tied.
Kedadana. Over the approximately 10 days we spent with Kedadana, a young woman of 9 and 10, we saw improvements in her speaking ability that can only be described as remarkable. Only a few days passed, she entered her debut oratory contest and won. With the eyes of the audience upon her, she had this to say. Until very recently, I was so shy I couldn't even talk to other people, but after being taught the basic conversation, I'm not afraid anymore. We need to face our fears in life. Watching for the wings, we're overconfident with pride.
I'd consider that. Anything else, sir? Thank.
Just Igor's castle, right? No, the mining cat town has one.
Good day to you. You're interested then? Who's going? How many days will you allow for this? Anyone you... I'll say to the... Need any... Thanks. Welcome. Of course. Need anything else? That's the spirit. An errand's been... Right then.
I never thought I'd see the day that we achieved such a complete triumph.
Long-Yord Popple. Enticed by the offer of reward, we set off to the Glen Peaks and tracked down a dragon. After a fierce battle, we succeeded in slaying the creature. No sooner had we extracted his tooth than we found ourselves ringed by soldiers, the Duke's men. The Duke himself then came to the fore and presented us with a hefty sack of gil before ordering his men to take the tooth away. I for one felt the tinge of pity for the Duke, who seems it must buy his own son's respect.
It goes to prove that...
I'd consider that. Anything else, sir? Come back. A warm welcome. Want to earn some... Who'd you have in mind? How many days for this? Any... Will that be all? Thank you.
Looking for aught after aught in particular? May I be of combat? Greetings, or catch your eye? May I'll...
Looking to make sure that there's nothing new here.
May I don't be...
Good day to you. That's the spirit.
Solemn meeting for melee.
Right then.
It was a complete success in every sense. 'Twas like a dream come true.
The annual Zolland melee took place just outside of the city proper. Decorated champions from across Everlease were invited to take part in the competition modeled after a similar event held in Yardborough. Directly, these entrants were pitted against one another, but I was the only one of us able to advance to the final stage. In the end, I had enough to emerge as champion of the competition.
I'd consider that. Anything else? Thank you. Good day to you. Want to earn some gil? Use some... Right then.
We achieved what we set out to do and more. You'll hear no complaints about us.
Twilight Gutsco. We set out to capture Twilight Gutsco, who in addition to a string of robberies was suspected of playing a part in the abduction of a member of the royal family, prompting the crown to place a sizable bounty on his head. We bested him after a lengthy struggle and discovered he had become leader of the outlaw band known as the Wyverns. Not only had we apprehended a wanted criminal, we had removed the head of a bandit gang in the process. This prompted Celebrant Palacino to make a rare public appearance to commend us for our bravery.
We put out... I'd consider that. An errand. Right then.
I never thought I'd see the day that we achieved such a complete triumph.
The terrible cave mimic. The cave mimic is an unusual predator whose enormous mouth resembles that of a cave. These rare creatures are usually found in natural caverns, but this one had taken up residence in the entrance of the Ulnar mine, famous for its great tracts of mithril. Word among the miners was that the cave mimic was the ghost of an Adamatoise, whose remains had been recently discovered in the mine. We defeated the monster regardless and freed up the trapped miners, who had now had the most overwhelming
I
to
dare
tell.
say you shall.
I'd consider that. Need anything? Thank you. Welcome. You're interested then? Who's going? How many days for this? Any understand? Need anything? Thank you. Welcome. Want to earn some
I'm gonna get through
errands?
these.
Right then.
It was a monumental success.
This episode.
No one could have predicted a better outcome.
We took part in another mining expedition sponsored by Thompson Traders, the Yajiro outfitter. The first trip proved popular, prompting the company to hold a second only in a short period of time. Even more participants attended than the first, and the location was moved to a more challenging mine. One of the younger participants, Gotti, a boy of 9, happened upon a vein of ore that resulted in huge rich pickings for all.
I should wait. As luck would have it, we also came into possession of a most intriguing artifact.
The parade helm. Designed for victory parades, the ceremonial helm favors flair over function. The merged precious stones adorning the helm attest to the affluence of one great nation.
Fine treasure. I'd consider that. Need anything else? Thank you. A warm want to earn some guilt. An errand. Right then.
Our deeds will be spoken of for many moons.
For 5 days, 30 students of Renovine's Military Institute had confined themselves to an ancient excavated mountain temple outside of town. It seemed this was in protest against harsh corporal punishments received at the hands of their instructors. But we were able to defuse the situation. A local knightly order then took the matter in hand, purging the old faculty and announcing a new administration. Several educators have been since accused the knights of acting in haste.
I never doubted it.
We were met with even greater fortune when we discovered this peculiar treasure.
A Yggdrasil mistletoe. A parasitic shrub that feeds on the bark of the world tree. Upon sprouting, it shrivels and dies in half a day. Its leaves, if properly harvested, can be used to brew an elixir of eternal youth.
Fine treasure. I'd consider that. An errand. Right then.
We were successful beyond our wildest dreams.
Short-term tutor. We attended Duchess Cupper's residence to tutor her son, Michael, a boy of 1 and 10, in the way of magics. We were later delighted to learn that Michael not only passed the Garland magic exam, he did so with a perfect score, becoming only the second child in history to do so. Given this fact, even the sizable payment we received seemed rather stingy. But Michael's smile when he heard the news was a reward worth more than tens of thousands of gil.
I'd consider that. Will that be all? Comebacks? A warm welcome. That's the spew some right then.
We achieved what we set out to do and more. You'll hear no complaints about us.
We responded to a call from miners from the company excavating the Elmdore mine. Only a short time had passed since the incident that had suspended operations. But the mining company was eager to make up for lost time. While we were digging, we encountered a gigantic boulder, but with the help of all the miners, we were able to move it. To our delight, the boulder had concealed a vein of valuable ore we were able to gather. Perseverance is indeed a virtue.
I'd consider that. Anything else, sir? Comebacks?
Igros is the only one. Alright, so next episode we will go into Igros Castle. We'll check on our brother. We'll see how that is. And yeah, we'll see and continue the story. So thanks for hanging out. Go leave a like below, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Later.